If I want to be the champion, I have to beat Icon. I have to beat you.
Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Two men with career paths destined to collide.
NXT has become all about dream matches, and I don't think there's anyone in the world with a bigger dream match than Nakamura and Balor.
Two superstars needing to face each other in a place that not only provided a platform to further their career, but also transformed them to new heights. NXT.
What a challenge laid down. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor.
For the icon of NXT, Finn Balor, an uncertain future lies ahead.
This feels a lot different. This feels special. And this is NXT. And the fans are in for a real treat.
And for the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, a challenge remains.
Before becoming a champion, I want to face one of the best. I have to fight with Finn Balor.
I guess I know what's next for Finn Balor. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor.
For the first time ever in an NXT ring, Finn Balor takes on Shinsuke Nakamura in a once-in-a-lifetime match in the main event tonight on NXT.
The waiting is finally over. This will be a night to remember in NXT history. Tonight, Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
There's a big fight feel here at Full Sail. My goosebumps have goosebumps. And there you see Finn Balor earlier today inside the WWE Performance Center in Orlando. Cool, calm, collected, getting a last-minute workout preparation for this monster match tonight. But also the King of Strong Style, more than ready. Some last-minute heavy bag work. Let's get this thing on.
We want to welcome you in here inside Full Sail University NXT Arena. Former NXT Tag Team Champion Corey Graves. I'm Tom Phillips. Can you believe it's here?
Can you feel it? I've had goosebumps all day. I cannot believe this dream match is going to take place right here at Full Sail.
It's two huge forces. Shinsuke Nakamura, he says he must beat the icon Finn Balor for an opportunity at the NXT Championship. We can't wait for that match here tonight. We're just getting started.
Are we ever?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NXT Champion, Samoa Joe.
You speak of the king, and here he is, Samoa Joe, the NXT Champion. You gotta believe he's gonna be paying attention to Balor and Nakamura tonight.
No doubt. You don't get to the top of the game without doing your homework. Samoa Joe studies everything, and he knows that both Nakamura and Balor want what he holds in his right hand right now, the NXT title.
This is our first time seeing Samoa Joe since retaining the NXT Championship against Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver inside of a steel cage. This is the era of Samoa Joe.
What a match that was. Unbelievable.
Now you see, I've come here for a few reasons. First and foremost, your NXT champion is here tonight to witness Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. In fact, I guarantee that a lot of people here in this arena and a lot of you tuning in at home are here to see Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I can't blame you, but you see, the implications of that match are disrespectful and a direct insult to me, the NXT champion. It seems that Finn and Shinsuke think that whoever wins tonight automatically becomes a contender for my championship. So I have come here tonight to separate the fantasy from the reality. Some of you people out there, you think that tonight Finn Balor will come out victorious and he will avenge his loss against me and recapture the NXT championship. But the reality is, I slayed the demon and I stand before you, the undisputed NXT champion. And then some of the very same people who are chanting my name right now like hypocrites. They think the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, will be victorious tonight. And he will ride that momentum to his first NXT championship. The reality is, I was the man who first brought strong style to these shores. So Shinsuke, if you're the king, you stand before the emperor. And if you try to snatch my crown, I will leave you broken on a heap of all those who tried before you. So the reality is, I'm the man around here. I am the new face of NXT. I am a warrior. And if anybody wants to do anything around here, you go through me. And if any of you even...
Rhino is back! Samoa Joe is not happy. Talk about disrespecting the king.
Rhino last week on NXT showed up out of nowhere and obliterated a tag team match. Rhino is here, as he said, stepping right to the throne of broken bones. This is bold of Rhino.
So you're the one I have to go through to get to the top. Then I'll go right through you. What do you say, warrior?
We might get to see this thing go down right now, Phillips.
That is the thing about our NXT champion, Samoa Joe. It's his championship. It is his time. It's when he wants to do it.
Oh, don't worry. I'll whip your ass. I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up on my time. On my time. You don't tell the champ what to do. The champ runs you. You don't run me.
Samoa Joe throwing it right back in the face of anyone who steps to the throne. We turn our attention now to the event of the night here on NXT. It promises to be a spectacular moment in our history. For the first time ever on NXT, a dream match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor is still to come.
is a 32-man single elimination tournament representing 16 countries.
This is going to be awesome.
You are cordially invited to the most dangerous place on Earth. Courtesy of the Night Mayor of Suplex City. So be like The Undertaker, be like John Cena, like Seth Rollins, be like Goldberg. Find out what it's like to be victimized in Suplex City.
Product not yet rated.
Some news now regarding the NXT Women's Division. After Bayley's challenge to go at it one more time, Nia Jax has obliged, but will Bayley get some revenge after her previous injury? We'll find out next week on NXT.
On top of that, we will finally see Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, American Alpha, face off with the mysterious, monstrous Authors of Pain. Will we see Paul Ellering? We will find out next week.
And this just announced, for our general manager, Mr. William Regal, the NXT champion returns to the ring for the first time since TakeOver to face the man beast that has emphatically gotten in the way of Samoa Joe. Rhino and Joe clash next week. But Graves, the feeling tonight is pure excitement and anticipation from the NXT universe.
As if we needed any other reason to be more excited about what we are about to witness, Nakamura and Balor is going to be historic, and it's about to go down right now.
This is going to be a huge point in time. We are ready. In moments, it'll be Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor.
I think in both Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura, you have guys that were so talented that before they ever stepped foot in a WWE ring, the world knew who they were.
You've got Finn Balor, arguably one of the greatest superstars we have today, that made a name for himself in Japan. And on the other hand, you have Shinsuke Nakamura, also one of the most popular stars in the WWE today, also made a name for himself in Japan.
They're iconic figures in Japanese wrestling, and these are two talent that have absolutely established themselves worldwide.
These are two of the guys that have made the biggest impact since arriving in NXT, two of the biggest names on the face of planet Earth, two of the biggest names in professional wrestling, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
The fan in me wants to see that match, can't wait to see that match. And it's going to be nice to just step back for once and say, this is awesome.
Shinsuke Nakamura was one of the first people that took me under his wing and, showed me the way of Japanese pro wrestling.
I've known him over 10 years. We became a great friends in Japan.
All wrestling aside, Shinsuke is a friend. He knows my family. I know his family. We hang out outside of work.
Always hanging out after the matches, and sometimes he come to my house. He's one of my best friends.
When you look across that ring and it's your friend, it almost makes it that much more intense. It's almost disrespectful not to push your friend harder than he's ever been pushed before. It's almost disrespectful to him not to give him every bit of everything you would give, and then some.
Finn, you became the icon of NXT. If I want to be the champion, I have to be the icon. I have to beat you.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. I'm getting goosebumps now, even like saying that. This feels special.
I guess I know what's next for Finn Balor.
I have to fight with icons. So I have to fight with Finn Balor.
I think people will be left with their jaws hanging. This is one of those moments in time that 10, 15 years later, you're saying, I was there. That first time Balor and Nakamura squared off in NXT, and it was magic.
NXT has become all about dream matches, and I don't think there's anyone in the world with a bigger dream match than Nakamura and Balor.
Friendships, history, all are factors, but all must be put aside. Tonight, Shinsuke looks to perhaps take one step closer to a championship opportunity, but he must first face the icon of NXT.
And here you see the prodigal prince headed to battle. Take a deep breath, Finn Balor. It is about to go down. Nakamura and Balor coming up next.
These guys could be the greatest team in the history of sports entertainment. Believe in the Shield.
You broke up a brotherhood.
And our blood will draw the battle lines.
Seth Rollins with the heist of the century.
Seth Rollins is no longer WWE champion. This is the era of the Roman Empire.
Rollins is the champion. He's cashing in. Ambrose is champion.
I'll fight Roman. I'll fight Seth. I'll fight them both in the same night.
All three former members of the Shield for the WWE Championship. This is a war.
It is time. It is our main event. It is arguably already one of the most iconic matchups we may ever see here on NXT. A dream match for the first time on NXT. Finn Balor gets set to square off against the king of strong style.
This is a dream match in every sense of the word. People all over the globe are watching this right now. This is two of the biggest superstars in the world colliding for the first time in NXT. Historic doesn't even cut it. I've got goosebumps right now.
Finn Balor asks the NXT Universe, what is next? What is next for Finn Balor? His question was answered in a way that it captured the NXT Universe. You remember the feeling here at Full Sail University. Every last person was on their feet. They couldn't wait to see what happened between Finn and Shinsuke.
It was electric. It was two of the biggest stars coming together in a ring, and it was magical. You compare it to the AJ Styles, John Cena atmosphere, where you never thought it was going to happen, and it's happening before your very eyes. This could very well be one of those matches years from now that you can pinpoint the time and place when you saw it. Balor, Nakamura, and NXT. This is going to be a big one for a long time. go down. Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura on NXT. The dream match comes true. Coming up next, don't go anywhere.
Can't wait till we ain't broke and the phone keeps ringing but we ain't home. I can't wait till we get there and we're putting something good up in the air. I can't wait to get out of this place. I can't wait till they know my face and I can say what I wanna say when I'm bigger than the Empire State.
Face for television.
Dad, the fanny pack has to go.
The Rock used to wear a fanny pack too.
He doesn't anymore.
He's lived to regret it.
Let's work while you do it, all right? Ready? Watch this.
Somebody get this out of my shoulder.
Let's get down to some serious business. The harder you hit me, the more I'm into it. I'm getting thrown out of the match because I was calling him every name in the book.
Noelle, you're smiling. You're smiling. You can't be smiling. You have to learn to put your game face on.
Well, when I was wrestling...
Look me, ready? Go.
The spirit of competition. You can feel the electricity in the building.
The opportunity of a lifetime, the WWE Cruiserweight Classic.
At Battleground, it will be all three former members of the Shield in a triple threat match. Here we go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor! And his opponent, from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura!
It is a matchup that is worthy of headlining a takeover. And tonight we get it here on NXT. Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Finn Balor, of course, former NXT champion, had a long, successful career in Japan. Shinsuke Nakamura, so charismatic, unique, possibly taken the WWE Universe by storm in a shorter order than anybody. He arrived here WrestleMania weekend at TakeOver in Dallas, and in short order, he's a megastar. He was a star in Japan before. This is two of the biggest global stars colliding for the first time in NXT, which is why it is worth the headlines.
Well, we all know about the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Those strikes, he is the most devastating striker perhaps we've ever seen here on NXT. Meanwhile, how does Finn Balor counter that kind of style?
Finn Balor is an incredibly proficient grappler, and his advantage in this match may be his aerial ability. Nakamura is not known to fly. Finn Balor can take to the skies and get it done when he needs to. That said, Balor's not afraid to strike.
This is is a huge night, not just for NXT, but also for the WWE Network. Even the COO, Triple H, has said that WWE has launched a new brand, and tonight, immediately following NXT, it's the premiere of the Cruiserweight Classic. Who will be declared the top cruiserweight in the world? It all starts tonight. This is such an important match. The winner could be in line for a title opportunity. That's up to our general manager to decide. But right now, Finn Balor, the early stages here of this matchup against Shinsuke Nakamura. What is Finn looking for against Nakamura?
Honestly, I've watched a lot of Nakamura's stuff. The guy almost never makes mistakes. He is as close to a perfect competitor as I have ever seen. The same can be said for Finn. Both of these guys have to be watching, waiting for the most minimal opportunity to exploit it.
Shoulders down here on Finn, and a kick out at one. First pinfall attempt we've seen here.
Break the hold, Finn. In the ropes, rope break, let's go. Come on, Shinsuke.
See a little classic Nakamura. Finn Balor won't have it.
What? Little too sweet right in his face.
Oh! And a little knee to the abdomen for your troubles.
I don't think Nakamura found that funny. Oh. Now Finn, great flurry of his own with a drop kick. Now popping into a cover here on Nakamura to kick out at one.
That could be what Finn Balor needs to do. Finn Balor could be playing mind games. Get Shinsuke off his game that way. Nobody has attempted to hang when it comes to mind games like Shinsuke Nakamura. Finn Balor may need to take that route.
But at the same time, these are two superstars that know each other for basically a decade.
10 years. Nakamura was an up-and-coming star in Japan when Finn Balor arrived. It's actually a similar situation to what we have here in NXT. Nakamura is the new kid on the block. Finn Balor's been the established star. And going back to mind games, Nakamura's in the ring with a guy who's a demon. Who knows mind games better than Finn Balor right now?
Oh, blocked the kick there.
Oh! Didn't block that one.
Now Nakamura gets Balor back into the ring, whips him into the corner. Now Nakamura in control.
There you go, Tom. It's your favorite thing.
Good vibrations to Finn Balor. And once again, the NXT Universe was calling for it. Nakamura happy to oblige and now slides outside the ring.
Uh-oh, this is not somewhere Finn Balor wants to be. Oh my God, he got all of it.
Oh, and again, right to the back of the neck.
Those knees of Nakamura should be registered weapons.
And they paid dividends. Balor and Nakamura in an all-out fight.
Witness the event that will change the landscape of WWE as you know it.
There will be unique superstars for both Raw and SmackDown.
This Tuesday at 8/7 Central.
I think things need to be shaken up around here.
The WWE Draft. When SmackDown moves to Tuesday nights, live. This Tuesday at 8/7 Central, only on USA.
Product not yet rated.
Nakamura looking to continue the onslaught, drops the knee, cover on Finn, and a kick out. And for the last few moments, it's been all Shinsuke.
Finn Balor stunned early, and look at how relaxed Nakamura is. This is always his game plan. He's said in the past, if you're in control, you can stay relaxed. It's the hardest thing to do in a fight, but it's the key.
Oh! I took out the left knee of Nakamura. Look at Nakamura clutching at his knee.
He could be hurt. That knee hyperextended. All of Finn Balor's body weight shotgunned into the top of that kneecap. Wham, out of nowhere. Finn Balor turns the tide with that drop kick to the knee.
That is something that could completely debilitate the game of Shinsuke Nakamura. And how smart is this by Finn?
This is genius. This is brilliant. This is experience. Finn Balor and Nakamura, these two have trained together. They know each other so well. They know each other's game plan, and Finn is trying to take away Nakamura's most dangerous weapon.
Hear the rumbling of the NXT universe. Shinsuke Nakamura stuck here middle of the ring. Now Finn Balor adjusts his positioning here against Nakamura. Nakamura, hold on a second, looking for a cover there. Finn popped up and got a drop kick. Now into the cover. Cover on Nakamura, and he kicked out.
We've been talking about a big fight feel. Every movement, every offensive maneuver from Balor and Nakamura, the crowd is completely invested in it. Any move can end this match.
Now Balor getting Nakamura back up to his feet here, whipped into the corner. And Balor again back to the left knee.
It's a great strategy by Balor. Oh, what a shot.
We know Nakamura is proficient with both legs in terms of striking. There's no real weak spot for him, but how does that affect you if you lose your plant leg, for instance?
If you lose your plant leg, your kick leg has a lot less power, significantly less power, if any power at all.
Again, into the corner, and Balor is starting to feel it. And Balor caught the left leg and a shot to the knee. And look at Finn Balor going.
Oh my God, what a move by Balor. That will destroy a man's knee. Balor driving his knee into the back of Nakamura's knee, sticking to his brilliant strategy of taking away Nakamura's legs. Balor's going for a surfboard type maneuver if he can get the arms of Nakamura. The shots to the midsection generally result. Oh, man! Oh!
Another cover hook to the injured leg, and a kick out by Nakamura.
Balor was looking for the surfboard, but he might have done just as much damage with that double stomp to the backs of the knees.
Oh! And right back on the attack, refusing any sort of leeway here for Nakamura. Oh my God!
He had a heel hook in. Balor, looks like, I can't see, it looks like Balor's got a heel hook on Nakamura. He does, he's got that heel hook in deep. That will tear your knee apart. I wouldn't be surprised if Nakamura tapped out right now.
Yeah, Nakamura's gonna have to find a way out of this thing. Perhaps use those long arms and try and drag himself to the bottom rope here, but all tied up right now with Finn Balor.
How much longer is Nakamura's knee gonna hold up? I get that he might not submit, but the human body can only take so much.
And using those long arms and grabbing the bottom rope, breaking the hold on Finn Balor.
You have to acknowledge the surgical precision with which Finn Balor has attacked that left knee of Nakamura to this point.
Oh, and using the injured knee. Oh, and once again.
Nakamura out of nowhere able to land that kick, but how much damage did it do to Nakamura's knee just to throw the strikes?
It's reactive, it's instinctive, but is it the smart move there, Graves?
I don't think it's a matter of smart, I think it's a matter of heart. Nakamura knows what's at stake here, his pride. He asked for this match. If Nakamura does not defeat Finn Balor, it could throw his entire career off course.
Oh, and Shinsuke dropping Balor.
Let's not forget, Shinsuke's got wicked arms and hands, too. Oh, God, what a kick.
The outcome of this match, one man is propelled to new heights, the other has to reevaluate everything in their career. And Shinsuke Nakamura not letting an injury get in the way of this match.
That left leg seems to be working pretty fine right now. Oh, here we go. It's not where Balor wants to be.
Trying to set up Finn.
Oh, he got all of it right in the abdomen.
Now the cover on Finn Balor to put away Finn, and Finn got his shoulder off the mat.
Unbelievable effort by both these superstars, and you can see how WWE superstars are made at WWE Performance Center All Access, July 25th in Orlando, Florida. Tickets are available now. Go to NXTtickets.com for more information. Nakamura looking for that reverse exploder. Balor able to battle out. What a chop by Finn.
But again, striking out with those legs, keeping Finn Balor at bay. Oh, man! Dropping Shinsuke outside the ring.
Uh-oh, what's Balor got in mind?
Finn Balor right to the midsection of Nakamura. Finn, right underneath the chin.
Nakamura may be out cold. Finn Balor continues to roll. History will continue to be made.
I was addicted at 8 years old to wrestling.
Every boy dreams of being a legend.
You know who I am.
Razor Ramon.
But the road to his stardom was paved with pain.
Another guy she was involved with pulled a gun on me and ended up blowing the back of his head off.
I think he spent the majority of his adult life running away from that.
He was broken. I'd already been to 4 or 5 rehabs.
Talent, torment, and redemption.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Hey, yo, hey, yo.
Say hello to the bad guy.
It is a 32-man single elimination tournament representing 16 countries.
This is going to be awesome.
Balor got that double stomp to the back of the neck.
Back of the head, and Nakamura kicked out.
You gotta wonder if Nakamura's running on pure instinct right now. Finn Balor throwing everything in his arsenal at Shinsuke, but Nakamura somehow able to kick out.
That shot right to the back of the neck will put out a lot of opponents here, and now Finn Balor could be thinking about 1916, but Shinsuke saw it coming. Oh, and back to the knee.
What a maneuver by Balor, what a submission.
Right back to the injured knee, the left knee here. Shinsuke Nakamura screaming out in pain. Finn Balor's got him exactly where he wants him.
It's almost like a short arm scissors, but to the knee. I don't know that I've ever seen this before.
Now Shinsuke trying to crawl to the bottom rope here. Can he break this hold from Finn Balor? He reached out to the bottom rope. The referee asking Shinsuke Nakamura, do you want to stick around here in this match? And he grabs the bottom rope.
Listen to the screams of Nakamura. Pure agony. You gotta wonder if Nakamura is gonna be able to stand. You can never forget about how resilient Nakamura is and how dangerous all of his limbs are. Oh, he's got the armbar! He's got it out of nowhere!
Caught Finn!
Balor hanging on!
Finn caught by the armbar!
Into the triangle! Nakamura's got the triangle!
Triangle here on Finn Balor. Finn Balor a long way to go to the bottom rope here.
He's got it locked in tight. You can see Balor's head turning purple.
Great positioning here from Shinsuke Nakamura. Finn Balor looks like he's starting to limp.
Balor is fading fast. His body's going limp. You can see the veins in his skull bulging out.
Finn Finn coming back to consciousness, and his left leg getting the bottom rope.
A last-ditch effort by Balor may have prevented him from going unconscious, but now he is at the mercy of the King of Strong Style.
Driving those knees into the side of the head.
It's amazing to me how Nakamura can fight through the pain, the damage that's been inflicted on his left leg.
Oh, and face first goes Finn.
Could we be seeing what's he got knocked?
Oh!
Balor able to escape just in time.
And Shinsuke went to the turnbuckle and got caught by Balor.
What's he go? Go for that reverse. Reverse 1916. He got it!
Got it on Nakamura! Cover! Cover to put away Shinsuke! No!
You gotta be kidding me.
Finn Balor is stunned.
Absolute disbelief. Let's look at this again. The reverse version. Oh, right there, spiking Nakamura into the mat.
Now Shinsuke Nakamura just trying to gather himself. Finn Balor is trying to figure out what he's got to do, but look at Finn. Look at the intensity in the eyes of Finn Balor. Oh, right. I think the back of Shinsuke's head went into the hip of Finn Balor.
Nakamura doesn't seem to know where he's at right now. Oh, he got the kick.
Landed that right on the jaw of Finn Balor, perhaps.
Kinshasa! That's it!
Back of the head!
Cover him!
Cover! Cover on Finn Balor! Nakamura to put him away! No!
For the first time in NXT, Finn Balor, has kicked out of the Kinshasa.
How in the world did Finn Balor kick out of this?
Both men willing themselves back out. Here we go, Nakamura. Nakamura looking for the kill shot here. No!
Oh, double stop! Double stop to the chest. Finn Balor to put away Nakamura. Nakamura! Oh, he nearly had him.
Oh, my God.
God, that was close.
Disbelief on the face of Finn Balor. Disbelief across the world right now. I don't know how Nakamura kicked out of that. What is Balor gonna have to do to finish the King of Strong Style?
Oh, Finn once again setting him up for the proper 1916 here. Can he get him? Oh, looking for it here on Shinsuke.
Nakamura hooked that leg of Balor.
Just trying to out-muscle Finn Balor here for a moment and stay grounded with shots to the midsection. Oh!
Look at the guts of these two men. Just combat in its rarest form. Back and forth, right hands. Oh my God, that was gross. He might have blown out Nakamura's knee.
Nakamura coming back with the opposite knee. This is Sling Blade.
You can see the wheels in Balor's head turning. He's got something in mind.
Oh, into the corner. Drop kick into the corner has leveled Nakamura.
Nakamura is in perfect position for Finn to deliver the final blow.
Finn going up to the top rope. Coup de grace missed.
Nakamura from the second rope delivered the knee. Guys, over 20 minutes in, here it comes. Kinshasa!
Shinsuke Nakamura has defeated Finn Balor.
Here is your winner, Shinsuke Nakamura!
in the history of NXT. You said it. You remember where you were when you saw Sami Zayn and Cesaro 2 out of 3 falls, Sasha and Bayley in Brooklyn. But tonight, Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Finn Balor.
It was a battle for pride, a battle for honor. Combat in its purest form, just for the right to be called the better man. What a performance by these two competitors. Hats off to Finn Balor, and what more can be said about Shinsuke Nakamura? The ultimate sign of respect from these two warriors.
Night where all the pressure was on Shinsuke Nakamura. He laid down the challenge to the former NXT champion Finn Balor. Shinsuke had to deliver tonight. The implications of this match have yet to be seen, but Shinsuke Nakamura has established himself in a big way now on NXT.
Let's take a look back at what went down, what transpired. The reverse 1916. That would have put away just about everyone, except Nakamura had too much spirit left.
Later on here in the matchup, Shinsuke Nakamura. This was the first Kinshasa kick that we saw. The cover here, and Finn Balor would somehow kick out of the Kinshasa. The first time we've ever seen it here on NXT.
Look at this. Double stomp out of nowhere.
And once again, Shinsuke Nakamura would break free of Finn Balor. Finn Balor couldn't believe what he'd seen. Going up to the top rope, looking for the coup de grace to finish off Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Nakamura from the top rope.
The prelude, the jumping knee from the middle rope. And here it comes, its second one. Kinshasa takes out Finn Balor. And the King of Strong Style reigns supreme tonight.
A dream match realized here for the first time ever on NXT. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Finn Balor. But what is next for the King of Strong Style?
Only Shinsuke Nakamura knows what's next for him, but I can tell you what's next right here on WWE Network. It's the debut of the Cruiserweight Classic coming up next.